Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Teri Angel and Sally De La Rosa. Hi, darling.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Oh, it's so good to be here. Sally, thank you for being with me today.
Oh, you're welcome. I love
It's
this
hump,
show. I love being here. Love being part of the
yeah,
group.
it's hump day. It's
It
Wednesday.
is.
Yay. I had a really hard time during lockdown with what day it was. It was like this day or that day. But now it's like I'm starting to get into a routine again. I'm starting to get the flow back.
I'm kind of I have mixed feelings on going back to the knowing the days of the week and the time it is. And
Hmm.
I know we have to and it's part of life, but it was kind of nice just kind of forgetting for a while. And
Wasn't
I think
it? It
we
was,
were
it was kind
supposed
of like, yeah, kind of like being on extended vacation. Because on vacation, you don't care what day it is.
Yep, I think we were supposed to experience that. I mean, there's
Hmm.
no time in heaven. There's no clock. There's no day. It's just what it is.
It sure
And
is.
so we were meant to experience that and just enjoy that bliss. I think the time
Hmm.
out.
Absolutely. I think it did a lot of us a lot of good to do that insightful work that happened during that time. Oh, we have a bunch of people joining us.
Good.
Yeah, let's say good morning to people. Wendy is here, our beautiful moderator. Hi, Wendy. I love you
Hi,
so much.
Wendy and Becky. I see Becky there too.
And Luann and
Mhm.
Deirdre, another one of our moderators, is here. Catherine Kovacs.
Good morning, everybody.
And Wendy said she shared it to the group. Thank you. And I so love our group. Sally, I'm so glad you're a part of that group, the Angelic River family,
Oh, me
because
too.
as the song goes, we are family.
Okay, I shared it too.
Thank you.
Family, and oh my goodness, I've known you for a few years, but
Yeah.
it was one of those relationships where I was having the time of my life on this roller coaster ride of an ascension, an
Yeah.
awakening. And so it was a 2 year long process, and boy, there was some bumps and bruises and
Oh,
all
yeah.
along the way, scrapes and everything, you know.
Right.
And so,
Right.
for those 2 years, I was kind of off, sometimes feeling like I was being beheaded,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I
then
know a lot of us were. It was like that was a time of, yeah, it was a time of really going individually through the process. And I think now we're gathered, we're together, and we're here, and
yes.
such beautiful people.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm happy I found my way back, and everybody here, the light
Me
is
too.
so much brighter, so much
Yeah,
brighter.
yeah,
I
it
think I
really is.
found where I vibrate the best
I think so, Sally.
at.
And Tony, I don't know where she's
Yeah,
at, but good morning, Tony.
she's wandering around here getting things ready, but yeah, yes, her too. Even just coming, into the group since that time, there's been so much growth in her, just expanding and
Yeah,
forever. And I kept telling people, you don't know her. Not yet. You don't know her.
right.
She's going to wake up one day. And I think she did on Diane and Gerald Ann's show. And
Yes,
she came to life.
mhm,
And it was
she
a mysterious
did. It was
glow.
beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see that smile.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Even with all she's going through, she still
Hmm.
manages to put that out there. And she
Yeah.
always manages to still lift me to where I need to be, even
Yeah.
when I feel I just can't do it today.
Hmm. Yeah. Beautiful. And don't we all need that in our life to know who we can turn to?
Absolutely.
And I'd like to ask that in our audience. You had that person that, when you're in that place and you just need somebody to hear you, you can just reach out and say, hey, I need a word today, or I need a hug.
I didn't really have that, those people because I kind of pulled myself into this tight little ball and I wasn't looking out
Hmm.
that I did have people I could turn to.
Yeah. Right.
I just kind of rolled with it myself and had to, do a lot of this on my own. And wow, that is rough. So if you have
Yeah.
that person, use that person.
Yes.
Allow that to happen, that conversation, just to, I don't know, kind of breathe some words out that you may be
Mhm.
feeling. And it's okay to not always feel your best.
Oh, absolutely. And to let that person see you cry, let them see you,
Yeah.
just express yourself without judging or criticizing. That
Yes,
is
absolutely.
so important.
Everybody just seems to think, there's so many people that seem to think that we should just kind of ball it up inside of us and keep it,
Mm-mm.
and that's
Yeah.
far from the case. It should always be released as soon as you receive it.
Always,
Always.
absolutely. Yeah, because things that if we said like on the air or out in public, that could be taken the wrong way. But if
Yeah,
you have that person that knows you so well, and they know that when you say, I'm feeling this way and I'm just really upset or whatever it is, that
yeah,
person is not going to judge, and they're not going to say you're a terrible person for feeling this way. They're just going to
absolutely.
let you express. We
Yes.
all need that.
Yes.
We
And
need that.
as we're coming through these gifts, and I can't help but believe that everybody is experiencing some sort of
Yeah.
awakening in some
Yeah.
degree or another.
Mhm.
And when we go through this and there's nobody there for you, That's a it should be a tragedy. It really is. It's
Yeah.
horrible to go through this by
Yeah.
yourself. So
Yes.
every chance that we get to kind of lend our hand out there, that I
Mhm.
understand you,
Yeah.
come talk to me, just let it go. If you
Right.
get that opportunity, do so. Let it go.
Mhm.
There's so many people in these groups, in your group, in this family. There's so many
Yeah.
people that's, there that can listen, and it
Yeah.
just helps.
Yes. Absolutely. And like I said, without judgment,
Yeah.
and and we can be discerning too, and know who we can trust. That's not going to turn around and tell somebody else.
Absolutely.
Just be discerning. Use your gut instinct when you
Absolutely.
bring these people that close to you.
Yeah.
And I know I have people that I can say anything to, and I know that's as far as it goes. There's a wall there.
Absolutely. Yes. I think as psychics, as gifted people, we really should practice more of somewhat of a HEPA law.
Mhm.
What comes to us does not leave
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
He's with us. Um,
Mhm.
that's it's patient, a client. It's a client.
Mhm.
It's a person that
Yeah,
we see, we treat, and
yeah.
um, being a life coach as well. I do follow that very strictly.
Mhm.
It's just wrong, but we all
Yeah.
need that person. We all need that person, especially those that are gifted. Oh, I can't stress that enough.
Yes.
Those that are gifted have so much that they're going through or
Mhm.
will go through.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Absolutely, and you need to let it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
And
got people again.
even experiencing the readings and stuff, when you're doing readings, you pick up so much
Oh, yeah.
you need to release.
Mhm.
There are a lot of people. Gabby,
Hi, everybody.
good morning, everyone.
Sharon Boyle is here. I love my Sharon Boyle. And
Jean
first
L'Oreal.
first time announcing this, Sharon Boyle will be with Enlightened Network on Friday doing sound healing. So yeah, we're so excited. 11 o'clock Eastern on Friday, our very own Sharon Boyle is going to do a sound healing for us on Enlightened World Network. It's
I
going to
will have
be
to put
our
that on
meditation.
Bluetooth and
Yeah,
have it just playing throughout the center.
I know. I'm just so excited that
That's
that she's doing
awesome.
this. Yeah. Okay, who else we got? Carol Allen came in and said good morning. And Becky, I think you said good morning to
Mary.
Becky. Marianne, Wendy Willis is here. Jean Lorio. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all of you beautiful people this morning. So I woke up with a song, and this happens often. I wake up with a song, and I don't know if it's something for me to ruminate on or if it's somebody else's song. I've said things before, and people have identified with it and resonated with it. But I woke up and the song Pink Floyd's "Another Brick in the Wall" was playing in my head, and I love Pink Floyd. That was one of my that was one of my exercise music. When I was walking, I'd walk every day, and I'd have these really tunes that I could really get in the rhythm and walk with. So that was one that I would go to. But for some reason, I haven't listened to any music like that in a while, and that was in my head, and I'm going, okay, I'm not sure if this is for me, but it could be for somebody else, because that song is so deep, and it's all about building, every person that has affected you in a way that really made you hurt or cry or somehow influenced your life. That's your bricks in your wall that you put around yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, am I building a wall? So that's the first thought. Is it me?
Right, right.
It wasn't me.
It's telling you something. Listen to the song, I guess.
Yeah.
Listen to the song and just close your eyes and see what comes to you. I'm curious on this one.
I am too. And I haven't had time to process it, because after I get up out of that bed, it's like, oh boy, make the coffee, go to the bathroom,
Right.
brush your hair.
I get it. I do. Yeah, my inner DJ does that a lot. Comes and plays songs, and then I have to go and post it on Facebook. Okay, this is what they're doing, what they're saying. So, if somebody resonates with it, But there was one time when I first discovered the inner DJ that I woke up with, and I stopped listening to headbanging music a long time ago. When I grew old enough to where I knew that it would damage your spine when you did that stuff. So I stopped listening to it,
Yeah.
And so one morning I woke up and this song came to me, and I just had to go to YouTube, get the video, and post it on Facebook. I felt like I had to share this.
Right.
And I didn't even know who this group was. I heard of them, but didn't listen to that music no more. And by then I was back into country. And so I did what I was guided to do, and the song happened to be Disturbed. It was their version of Sound of Silence. And so I put this, posted this video on there, and a woman that I had been friends with, but we talked seldomly, had messaged me. She PM'd me and said, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, I felt like, and she's like, "Why would you play that or post that video?" She says, "I know you don't really post music, but all of a sudden you posted this, and today of all days." And I said, I don't understand." So she explained to me that on that day, it was the anniversary of finding her son who had hung himself. And that song was playing on repeat. And so it was like, oh my gosh. So then I understood right there. Okay, I have a message for you. He is who is with me. This is what's going on.
Right.
So, and I was still in the not quite understanding how this all works, So this was kind of new to me, and spirit worked very well.
Yeah. There's Tony. Hi, beautiful.
Good to see you.
Oh, I love that smile.
She's feeling a little bit better today, I think.
Good. I'm so glad. She looks good.
Yeah. Well, now that we have an answer, is it okay if I say?
Yeah.
It looks as if Tony's medical issues, which we have gone through a horrendous past 5 years, I would say, 5 years. With her, it was, first she was sugar intolerant. She went through a spell where there was like a gluttony type issue going on.
Right.
And she was much bigger than what she is. And she would buy Little Debbie's cakes, and she would come out of the kitchen, one in her mouth and one in her hand, ready to go in. And it was just, and it was for a while. She would
Yeah.
sometimes buy like 10 boxes of Little Debbie's cakes, and I wouldn't eat none. They were all in her, and very quickly. So, you know, we were worried about diabetes. It wasn't that.
Good.
And we went to gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy intolerant. I mean, there was just, she was not tolerating anything at that time. And so at the time where it was like 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, middle of July, it was like July 10th there time. She was in ICU. She wound up in ICU over this. And she was actually almost, if we wouldn't have taken her in, she would have died. So she was in ICU, and $11,000+ later, still no answers. And they had tubes running down her throat, through her nose, and just all this stuff. And it was just a long haul. She had to start seeing a nutritionalist who stripped her down to eating pretty much nothing.
Right.
Rice and chicken was pretty much it. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, that was it. And so we had to eliminate all vegetables, all fruits, just everything. It was crazy. So to make it long story short, it was not food intolerant of any sorts, no high food allergies. They thought she was nightshade intolerant too, which are like cucumbers, potatoes, things like that. Taking all the way all over food, including spices, including liquids, including everything that goes into her body. All of a sudden, we find out yesterday that it's more than likely going to be Crohn's.
Yeah.
And the doctor was so matter of fact and so strong with his words that I'm sure that's what it was. He said, until proven otherwise. And so there's a slight chance, but I'm pretty sure it's like 99.99% sure that it's going to be Crohn's. So, yep, they did biopsies, and it depends on this. So that's like the little 1% chance that we're, but it runs in her family. So,
right.
I'll take Crohn's over cancer any day.
Yes, and so we were afraid of cancer. That's what we were not speaking.
I know, honey. And we've been praying and lifting her up every day.
It worked. It worked.
Yes.
It really did.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, Crohn's is still a bad thing to have, but it's something that she can live with and we can deal with. And
it's manageable. Absolutely. I have several friends with that. So
she can start gaining some weight back again. So
yes.
At about 20 pounds to gain.
Yeah. Little Debbie's. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
My body don't even tolerate sugar.
No, it's got it reacts funny to sugars. So
right.
Yeah, you can have a limited amount. And
but it will happen. It'll happen, and we're going to get you back in that groove.
Yeah,
absolutely. She's already in the. She feels so much better. So just know.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of stress off of you because we fear the unknown, and we always go to that worst possible scenario, don't we? What if it's this? And we think of the biggest, thing that it could be.
Yeah, usually we wouldn't allow ourselves. I don't think you went there, did you? Ever allowing yourself to believe that you?
No.
And I didn't either. We've learned. We've had to learn this lesson to give it over to God. Everything. Give it over to God. Anything you are stressing over, once you start learning to give it over to God with no expectations of what's coming back to you, just do it because it's going to make you feel better. Things start happening for you. Your prayers are answered, and they become very visible with what they do. So,
absolutely.
Center, we followed that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Diana just showed up. She's saying good morning to us.
Good morning.
And she said, "It's such good news. So glad for you, Teri De La Rosa, and nice to see you here this morning, Sally. Diana was here yesterday, where you are." And
right.
That was a great show, and this is a great show. Thank you so much for showing up.
You're so welcome.
So it's Wednesday, and this is what, your third day after the grand opening?
Yes, yes. And yesterday we spent a lot of time creating, so we got to put some more product on the shelf, which we've been trying to find the time to kind of juggle in all areas.
Yeah.
And it's happening. It's happening. So
Hmm.
a lot of the like early 20s kids are coming in, and it's kind of one of those vibes.
And
So
they're requesting certain.
yes, and we're getting their requests on certain products they'd like to see in the store and all this. So we get to
Yeah.
go for a crystal buying excursion soon.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. So, what are some of the things that you carry? I know I've seen the virtual video, but maybe not everybody that's on here has. So, just share with us what's in your store.
Well,
And it is called Zenlightenment.
yes, it is called Enlightenment. And we carry, right now, we are carrying things like self-love stuff, foot soaks, bath salts, incense. We're trying to find the time to have some home time to do candles because we want to really get into the candles. Hand sanitizers,
Those are
ones that smell so much better than the ones at the store. Oh, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
stand those ones. I put it on my hands or open that bottle and I got to pull it away from my face. It's so strong. Let me see what else we do. We have a lot of Native American handcrafted like dream catchers and feather vases. We carry jewelry, healing jewelry with gemstones. And I do a special bracelet with hematite. And I swear by it because I learned, and I had the post saved for years, but it would come up in my memories. And I would never allow myself to read a hematite this post about it, and it was talking about hematite for weight loss. And I was just stuck, and I couldn't lose the weight that I had put on since I hit 40. And it just kept compiling. I would take 20 off, and 30 would come back. So it was just, I was going nowhere fast, and diets automatic fail for me. So, we just I read this post, it came back again, and I allowed myself to read this post. And I'm like, you know what? I have the exact bracelet they were showing. So we had just moved and my jewelry was not unpacked yet. So I went under there in the boxes and digging for it and pulled it out and got it charged and started wearing it. And it took about 6 months, I think. And I had to have total faith in this bracelet that it would work for me. And so I did. I put all my faith into it and became more mindful of what I ate and when I ate it. It's when you deny yourself that sweet treat, you're pretty much destined to fail.
Yeah.
So if you allow yourself to eat it, but eat it at a different time, maybe more towards the morning time where you can work it off during the afternoon rather than let it sit there at night, it helps to be more mindful of when you're consuming what you're consuming. And then with Tony kind of made me a little bit more mindful of how much sugars we were consuming and so on. But pretty much it's a lot of just in our coffee, and eat once in a while, but so I started out at 239, I think it was, and I lost 77 pounds.
Oh, great.
So then came pandemic. And so now I've got to lose. I was 7 pounds away from my goal, 7 pounds. And then pandemic came along. So now I've got like 27 to go.
Yeah.
So.
And no stress. That's what I love about it. No stress because you had that faith.
I have that faith. That's it. I give it over to the angels. I give it over to God. I ask them to help me make the better choices, during the day. And sometimes I fail, but I try to fail, like I said, during the day.
Right. Exactly.
So that way I can, I'm here so I can run it off.
Yeah. That's great. And so this bracelet it's all hematite or?
No,
tell us about the bracelet.
To make them to each person. So they have to actually get a hold of me, send me a text or whatever with the issues, the health issues, and it can be physical, emotional health. It can be all of this. So Let me know what you're dealing with, and then I will put the stones on there that are according to you. So not one of them is ever duplicated. They're not. I always put a different accent bead with it.
Yeah.
But you know, I do it. I like to include, say, if somebody is dealing with anxiety, depression, diabetes, I like to include stones for these as well. So if you're getting healing for one thing, you're pretty much getting healing for everything.
Right. Yeah.
It just kind of helps. So mine was just hematite, and I think I liked it better. I like it better, and I wear now with the others in there. And then I have we have like stackable bracelets that I created with words that you need to remember, like breathe.
Right.
I often
Right.
breathe, and I left mine home today, and I'm feeling naked without them. So I'm playing with my wrist because that's where they always are. But I wear three. I wear breathe, faith, and love.
Oh, I love that.
Three very important
Yeah.
words.
Yes,
And so
it
I created
certainly is.
to go with the hematite to kind of make them a little more attractive, you know,
Yeah.
a little more meaningful.
Awesome. Well, people have questions,
Ah,
and I believe it was Gabby that asked, "Will you ship to Australia?"
we absolutely will ship to Australia.
And Jean Lorio wants to know if you ship to Texas.
Absolutely. We can ship to Texas too. Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
We are
And
actually, we have a website, www.enlightenment or Zenlightenment, sorry, Zenlightenment.live. And
okay.
Tony has been our computer person. She's building this website, and we're actually working on. You can go there, and there's a list of the things that we have, we do, and so on. Um, and she's working on adding pictures to all of this too. So
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
going in all different directions. So you know,
Yay.
she was our person to take down the walls, put up the walls, drywall.
Yeah.
So and we all did the painting, and we just kind of pitched in together as a team. And
Yeah. Yeah. I followed you through that whole process, and I was just so excited when it finally did open. And Sharon Boyle wants to know how the opening went, and if you had a lot of people come in.
really good, really good. It happened to be a Monday, so we held our own for a Monday. Most of our business will come towards the end of the week. That's when everybody, after Wednesday, that
Right.
gets tired of staying home and they just want to go walk around. So,
Yeah.
we'll get most of our time at that time. And I'm thinking Friday and Saturday are going to really be hopping. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're going to be busy. You're open 7 days, Sally?
no, right now we are open 6 days. Saturdays being a short day right now because we were going to do yoga here on Saturdays, but that moved to Mondays. So we offer yoga as well. Our daughter comes in and teaches the yoga. So she just became an instructor, and she's really, really good. She's geared towards the people that say I can't.
Ones that don't have yoga bodies.
The ones that don't have yoga bodies, that feel like they can't do it because they can't bend in a impossible pretzel type move. So we're gearing towards people that are older, and she brings with her a lot of things to make it so you can. Straps and blocks and all this stuff. And she keeps the classes small so she can work with everybody personally.
Right.
And we offer Reiki and massage, deep tissue massage, and hot stones will soon be added to the list. And
Yay. I want one of those when I come up.
right, she's going to offer to be your first person to try them on.
Yay.
Absolutely. Hot stones.
Oh, okay.
She was off on her phone. She was reading comments.
Yeah.
I gotta keep up with the comments.
I know there's a lot of comments, and Wendy Roberts says that the video of the virtual tour is in the Angelic River family. It's in there, so you can go see all of the beautiful things that are there, and it's just so exciting, and we're all excited for you.
We love it. Everything here is pretty much spiritual stuff. So it's things to make your life better, Yeah, we like that. We like gearing towards that because everybody needs that little incentive, to
Mm-hmm.
get into that blissful part of your day every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Gabby is asking, does anyone have much experience with Moldavite? Sally, are you familiar with that?
No, I am not very familiar with my crystals. I got a basic knowledge of, the crystals, but I'm really getting into, there's a lot of them I haven't even heard of. And though I've heard of multivite, I have not gotten into this and all that. So,
Yeah.
yes, I would love to learn more.
Yeah, I love it. Love and Light Spiritual Emporium is the spiritual store I go to, and I do a lot of healings and readings there. And they carry Moldavite, and I just love the energy of it. I love the way it feels in my hand. So yeah, so it is a
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful stone if you get a chance to get any of
I'll
that
have to look
done.
into that. I'll have to look.
Yeah, and I did type in the website. Someone was asking about it. Jean Lorio was asking. She says she has 11 pounds thanks to pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
I hear ya.
Back to so many of us, and yes, I'm blaming pandemic.
Yeah, there you go.
There was so many days I just didn't want to even. I rolled around. I didn't want to do anything, so I allowed
Yeah.
it to happen. But at the same time, pandemic hit. I was going through that transition, and right in the middle of it, I had my awakening, where that's where all this came about. Was like
Mhm.
all of a sudden, I realized that this pandemic and the hoarding was real. I didn't. I
Yeah.
thought it was a joke. And then all of a sudden, I seen my daughter show her conquest of one roll of toilet paper out of 3 stores. I'm like, this was for real?
Yeah.
Tony and my granddaughter
Yeah.
came in for lunch at that time, and I just looked at them. You mean to tell me this is really, truly happening?
Yeah.
And so, by that time, it was probably 2 weeks after that that I woke up. And then it was 24 hours later that we were on our feet,
You're
looking
on your feet.
on our
Yeah,
feet. When spirit
absolutely.
moves you, they move you.
They move you, and I've noticed this with the angels. They're already ahead of us. So when they tell me something, I'm like, okay, I'll get to that. And they're like, oh no, it's already done. You just have to catch up with it.
Get a hold
Yes.
of you on Facebook.
Oh, yes, yes. So they can get a hold of me on Facebook too through his Enlightenment.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what Tony was
Yeah.
waiting to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. I'm here and there and everywhere. And when they said to spread your wings and fly, I did. I took it literally. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Started soaring.
So Charles Coons is with us this morning. Good morning. And
Good
Isabel
morning.
Reed. Yeah, good morning. And as you said, they can find you on your group. And Sally, you do readings. Is that on the group once a
I
week?
do it in the group. I do it in many ways. I do it in the group, in person. I do video. I can do it through Skype, Facebook Messenger video. And I can do it over the phone, and I can text you everything that you'd like to, you need to know, if you would like it that way. Some people do, but my favorite is video, because then I get to
Oh,
feel you and I get to see your presence, and then I get to connect with you even more. So
yeah.
if you can't be in person, video is my next favorite thing.
Yeah, I love, and when I do healings, energy healing, I always tape it and send it to the person, because sometimes you don't get everything that when you're in the moment with all of that, whether it's a reading, energy healing. So going over it again is so important, and
Yes,
that's why I record it.
yes. And even through text, there's times where I've had readings, and I would just kind of go back over it time and time again until I seen everything that had happened.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
is messing with me
exactly.
right now. I can feel like a feather coming through, and it's like I have a feeling it's my sister.
Oh.
So if you think I'm not going weird. I'm feeling something.
I know. I do the same thing. Usually, if it's a male, I usually feel, if they have a mustache, I usually feel the mustache
Yes,
stretching
I
and
do that
itching.
too. Yes, yes, I do that too. A lot of times, right on camera too. It's not before,
Oh
not after,
yeah,
right there.
right, right. Yeah, and it's interesting when you are connected to spirit and you feel those loved ones that are in spirit, and there's something physical that you feel. And I've tried to tell people this, and it's like if they wore a hat, I feel like the pressure on the top of my head where the hat was.
Yes, yes,
Things like
absolutely.
that.
Yep, you can feel, and my thing lately has been I've been feeling them actually passing through, or me passing through, including pets as well. So a lot of times I'll feel it around my ankles, like the hair moving around my ankles.
Yes.
Um, and sometimes on my toes, but I think that's a dog that we used to have that had this thing for toes. Not mine
Okay.
though, only everybody else's.
Yeah.
Just and so now I feel the toes, so I know that's her. Okay, I'm here, and this is how you're gonna know that it's me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but yeah, so I've been feeling a lot of different sensations lately, and especially since we've opened this place, a lot of things
Mhm.
have
Oh
come
yeah.
together and have changed.
Yeah. I can't wait to get there and feel all the energy that's
Gosh,
there, because I know there's so much. Even
absolutely.
just when we connect, like this, I can feel that energy behind you.
Yes, they're opening up more to us being here, and now they've started with the opening and closing doors. So
Okay.
um, somehow a bird can get in, and we don't know how it
Mhm.
gets in. And so
Yeah.
one did. So every night we close the break room door so it can't get into the retail space and the healing area. And so we've been coming in, and the door's been wide open. And yeah, and then my door, when we were sitting there the other night, we heard it creaking 2 different times, but you could hear it do two creaks each
Right.
time.
Right.
And like it was just trying to nonchalantly close it on us.
Mhm.
But I think it
Right.
was spirit trying to guide us and saying, okay, time for you to go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to call.
Somebody somebody's taking care of you.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
because they're very, there's a lot of people here, a lot of spirits here. Um, there's a lot of angels here as well.
Yes,
I
there
think
are.
a lot of what you are feeling here, but I felt that when we first walked in to see the place. When we
Mhm.
went down to the basement, um, I just kept hearing the name Constantine being repeated, and so I wasn't really familiar with the name, but not familiar with Constantine really himself. So I looked it up, and then it all seemed to come together. That my message is that um, the angels are actually here with us. They're all around us. They're trying to help us heal what needs to be healed,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's depleting their energy just the same. So they need
Mhm.
places that they are going so they can rest and regroup and regather their energy again to continue
Right.
what they're doing. Um,
Mhm.
and this place is one of them. So
Yes.
they come, they stay here, they kind of rest, do their thing, and they go on and do what they have to do and come back to rest again another time. So um,
Yeah.
we just kind of work with the angels here.
Yes. Absolutely. And they love it. They're loving the energy, and your place is so blessed. It was so divinely inspired, and they've already gone ahead of you. I truly believe there are angels. Well, I call them the runner angels, and they run ahead of us. They already have things worked out and in place for us to catch up to it,
Yeah,
and to get
yeah,
there, and then everything flows. It's in the
yeah.
flow when you get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the very beginning of this whole development here, I received a message while having coffee and
Right.
messing with my Facebook, and all of a sudden in my ears I could hear, and it sounds like a cliche, but they did this. They'll give you messages in ways you're going to understand what they're
Hmm.
saying. And they
Yeah.
told me, if you build it, they will come.
They will come. That's right.
And so I'm like, oh gosh,
Absolutely.
Field of Dreams, really? I said, that's kind of corny, guys, that's kind of
Mhm.
corny, but I got it. So
You got it. You got the message.
we're toying around with this, and I just told Tony, I said, that's funny because I just received a message
Yeah.
that said, if we build it, they will come.
Hmm.
And since we've started doing this, not just clientele and so on, but energies, people.
Yes.
There's people that are sending things to put in the center that
Hmm.
are their energy is going to be here with us.
That's right.
She is only going to get better here. And I'm so looking forward to that, to
I
receiving these gifts
know.
and just getting them in place. And
Yeah.
it doesn't take long to find their place too, because I'm telling you, spirit is on it. When
Oh
that
yeah.
comes in, they're on it, and they said right here. So yes,
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it.
uh,
I just love it. And yeah, they really do. They've got everything worked out. That I can just see it in my mind right now. How they went ahead of you. They knew what was going to be where before you even put the first thing in there.
absolutely.
So, yeah, I love it. Ah, so we've asked for some prayer requests. Anyone that has anything you want to put in, just go ahead and type it in. And I love Deirdre's. Her prayer request is for clarity and world peace, of course,
Oh,
of
yes.
course. And there's a lot going on in our world right now with a lot of people that are in such hatred and anger and chaos and confusion. And I want world peace
Just
too.
keep telling myself over and over when I run into people that are doing this and being so hostile towards us, is that this is the ugliness that is boiling out. It
Hmm.
has to come
Yeah.
out of them in order to.
Yes.
So as
Yes.
they're taking it out, they are being healed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just say to myself,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And we yesterday afternoon I had Sharon Rhea on my gratitude happy hour. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And Sally, I can't even fathom what it's like to be Black in today's world and to feel all of that prejudice and inequality and the hatred. So we're working with Sharon. She is a whole family life coach, and she's a beautiful individual. So she has offered to sit in small groups privately on Zoom and let us carry on conversation with her, get that deeper understanding. Let your emotions and your feelings out and state what it is you want to say in a safe place. So we have one set up for Friday at 3 o'clock. And I know some of you that are in the audience right now have signed up to be in that one. And I'm going to put the form link in the comments if you want to come and sit with Sharon and myself and
yes,
just
I am actually
express.
excited to do that. And
Yeah.
um,
There's going to be several. The first one is Friday at 3, and it won't be a huge group. We're going to limit it to like 15 people so that we can all have a voice and we can all speak and
yes,
support each other. And it's not open for debate. What you say is what you say, and it's okay. And there's no criticism about it. There's no judgment about it. It's just love. Her movement is no judgment, just love. And so this is a
that's
loving environment. Yeah.
absolutely, just in the title itself, I absolutely respect that.
Yes. So I put the link up. So any of you that want to come in, I know several of you, like I say, I've already sent you the Zoom link to come into on Friday.
Yes.
So anybody else that wants to come in, just fill out that form, give me your email address, and you'll get the Zoom link. And thank you. So that's my prayer along with that is that we can all see each other as equal. We can all see
Absolutely.
that we're all spirit. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, we are. We are going through this together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not
Yeah.
you, he, she, them. It is us as one. We are going through this together. And regardless of what,
Yeah.
if you're hearing this, you're either spirit or you are human.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
as humans, we
Yeah.
have things that we have to do. So,
Yeah.
and we're on a mission here.
Yeah. I think we've lived in a us versus them world for way too long.
Oh,
It's not me against you. It's me with you.
yes, yes. I've never understood that, how people thought that there should be a division.
Yeah. There is
I
no
was born, by
separation.
the time I went to school, I was born in 63. By the time I went to school, segregation had pretty much ended, but
Mm-hmm.
there was still remnants. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Still
Yeah.
remnants there.
Yeah.
And I just never got it. I never
Yeah.
got it, never
Yeah.
understood it. I seen
Right.
a body, I seen a skeleton, I seen a human.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see a color.
Right. Yeah. Same here. Yeah. We're all the same inside. Ah. Let's see what other prayer requests we got. Um, Ooh, they're scrolling fast. Okay, so Gabby, her prayer request is for the animals in need of love. Oh, yeah,
Yes, that one I feel in my heart very strong.
me too. Me
I
too.
started out as an animal empath before human because I just thought that, humans have a voice, animals don't. So I really connected with animals first. And,
Yes.
I did with humans, but I tried not to,
Yes.
because we can be our own worst enemies sometimes.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I know.
I tried not to really get to that point, but I'm there. And yes, those things make me cry too, human stories, but animal
Yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
absolutely
But
annihilate.
they're unconditional love. That's what they
Yes.
are.
Yes. Always here to teach us some lesson.
Yes. And Rekha Bhatia, that's a new name for us. Hello and welcome. And the prayer is for all of your problems to be solved. Yes. Me too. I love that. And Julie Kiss, Julie is selling her house and she's praying for paperwork to come through today. Let's set that intention for you, Julie. I'm there with you, honey.
That is such a crazy time anyway.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when Tony was in ICU, we were buying and selling at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my gosh. And we were in a battle with a certain loan that just drove us crazy. And it was nuts. It was nuts. Finally, I had to get angry and say, I'm walking. We're walking.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything came together the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Charles is asking prayers for all the homeless and starving people in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a big population here where I live. It's a big city. So we do have a lot and it's so sad. So,
We don't have a lot of that here. We have it, but not a lot. But I fear that with the wrath after the pandemic, that landlords want their money and people don't have it to pay, that this is going to become more of an occurrence that we're going to see. So absolutely, I absolutely love that prayer.
Yes, me too. And I love Carol Allen's prayers for acceptance of others and their differences. Yeah, that accepting and allowing and just we talked about this a little bit yesterday on the show, but really examining inside. We all have stuff in our subconscious that's there. It's there from our early formative years. And sometimes we don't realize it. And then it comes out with an attitude or, a thought. And it's like, where did that come from?
Absolutely. So, that's my hardest lesson to learn, self-love.
It is. Yeah.
It was to be kind to yourself first, because if you're not kind to yourself first, you're pretty much no good to anybody else.
Exactly.
So love yourself, take care of yourself first, and then you can do what you're here to do.
Yes. Giving yourself that unconditional love and that acceptance of, okay, this is me. This is me. I have these thoughts. I have things that happen.
For the longest time after receiving my training, my instructor using my psychic gifts, my instructor kept telling me, if you don't learn to clear and ground yourself, you are going to burn out very quickly. Things are going to happen to you that you are not going to like. And so, sure, almost like a teenager, I went on about my doing readings and everything. And I wasn't always true to those rules to clear and ground and all this stuff, before and after a reading. And sure enough, boy, do you get burnt out quick. And when that happens, your light kind of extinguishes a little bit and you kind of have self-doubt and just craziness. So being kind to yourself, loving yourself, and knowing that you as gifted people, we have to take care of ourselves. If we don't change our light bulbs now and then, if we don't pamper ourselves now and then, we deplete.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yes, but it's so true. It's so important to do a spiritual practice, isn't it? Like either meditation, chanting, whatever it might be. Just take time to just sit with you. That's the best
thing. It's just 5 minutes. Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah. I love Prachetta. Prachetta and Prachia are not here this morning. They left Delhi, ever how you pronounce that, in India, and they're going to where Prachir got called back into service. He works well with the military there in India.
Okay. Oh my God.
So they had to move about, I think it's about 5 hours from where they were in Delhi. And it was very emotional for them because they lost their mom back in March. And we've been praying and lifting both of them up for so long now. And they had to leave that home yesterday. They closed it up and went to where he will be stationed. And it was so emotional for them. I worked with them on private message and helped them to get a little comfort to know, because they're what they stated was the mom was always there to say goodbye to them when they would leave, and that was missing. So I worked with them to get some comfort in their heart. So let's lift them up this morning.
Absolutely.
And
I'll have to make sure I send her a message.
yeah, they're so beautiful.
Contacted
And
me last week.
Prachetta is always the one that moms me. She's like, okay, I want you to do this for 5 minutes. I want you to do this. And I'm like, okay, I promise I will.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Yes.
I'll take some
A lot
self
of
love
healing
with
and
me.
healing. Yes, she shared a video of her mom with me last week.
Yeah,
And oh my gosh, what a gift that was. She was so
exactly.
beautiful. That's what I told her. Your mother is beautiful, and she is always
Yes,
there with you.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
spirit. Yeah. And Becky Beckner is asking for prayers for her Zuma pup, and she hasn't been herself. Yes, we certainly will. All right. Well, I see it is past our meditation time. Wow, Sally, where did this time go? This has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation this morning.
Has been the best conversation.
Yeah, and I love all the interaction and all the people that are there and have added to it and also put in your prayer requests. And Sherry Seymour is with us. And hi, Sherry, just in time for meditation and prayer. And we want to remember Sherry's hand. It was the right hand. And let's lift her up for that to be healed and for her to get that pain relief that's needed. So, yeah, absolutely. We're lifting you up, honey. All right, so let's go inside. I love this. Let's go into our hearts and just bring that breath in. You focus on the breath, and that really brings you to a centered place where everything else just kind of falls away. We can't stop thoughts, that happens, but just be grateful for them. Be thankful that there are thoughts there, and then let them float away like a beautiful colored balloon. Just see all the colors as your thoughts go, and let them know it's okay to be here. It's okay. I'm not pushing you away. You're part of me. You're part of who I am. I accept and allow that you are here during this meditation time. Whew. Take that big breath in, right into your heart center. Yesterday, when we did this, I saw the image of all of us with golden threads of light in our heart, and it was so beautiful and warm and glowing. And I see that same thread start to come through again. We are all one. There is no separation. We are in separate human bodies, but our spirit body is all the same. We're that connected. And as we breathe into that heart center, breathe right into where that light is, that warm, glowing light. That's your light. Let your light shine. There's a song that we used to sing, I used to sing when I was a kid. It's about the light, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. I'm not going to hide it anywhere, not going to hide it under a bushel or anything else. I'm going to let it shine. And that's what we want to do right now in the world. We need to ignite that flame in our heart and really expand that light. So the more you can do, even 5 minutes of something like this, where you go into your heart center and you connect with that light that's inside of you and let it expand. Just watch it as it glows. And as the love goes in there that you're breathing in love, that is what ignites it. That's what makes it become a burning flame. and not just a little spark. So let your light shine as bright as it can shine today. Really connect in with it right now. And let's keep that glow. Let's keep it burning all day long. Whatever you're doing, whatever you encounter in the world, because we're in the world. We can't deny that. We can't just crawl into a cave somewhere and just keep this light all to ourselves. It's there for a purpose. You're here for a purpose. You matter in the world, and what you do matters. And that thought, that expression of, I want to see peace. I want to see people getting along. I want to see everyone acknowledging each other as spirit and as the beautiful energy that you are here to live in this lifetime. We have to first let our own light shine. We have to go inside and examine how we are shining that light out. And are we shining it out? We have to do that self-examination. And sometimes it's not so easy because we see things in there that maybe need to let go. Maybe we need to look at a belief pattern or a habit that we have that's not conducive to shining light into the world. So the self-examination is so important. And as you do this, some things may come up in that solar plexus. So let's put our other hand on the solar plexus area and let's breathe in there and feel that energy today. How am I feeling in my solar plexus? Just ask yourself that right now. Am I feeling worthy? Am I feeling like I deserve to accept love, unconditional love from others? Am I worthy to accept that from myself? Feel your worthiness and know without a doubt, you are worthy. You are deserving of love from others, from yourself, from God. See yourself in your perfect imperfection. We all have flaws. We're a human. We all have things that maybe we're not proud of, but that's in the past. Anything that we did, that's in the past. We don't live there anymore. You are who you are right now because of everything you've experienced. So be grateful for every experience. Show that gratitude for everything that's happened in your life, for every thought you've thought, every word you've spoken. Just say gratitude. And then examine if there's things you need to let go of. And let them go. Be at peace with yourself. And then you're going to start seeing the peace out in the world. What's on the inside is going to be reflected on your outside. So the more of us that can do this work, do this self-examination, and come to a place of peace, the more we're affecting the energy outside of us in the world. So breathe again into that solar plexus now. Maybe you let something go. Maybe you just needed that reminder that you matter and you're worthy. And just let that energy expand from your solar plexus, from your heart. Let it really travel now up to your crown chakra and your third eye, and connect all of that energy together and feel the love of God that's coming through right now as we do this inner work. We're being lifted higher. Ooh, that feels good to raise that frequency, raise that vibration. And in that raised vibration, we're going to all look at the prayer request. We're all going to look at what was typed in, all those beautiful requests for peace on earth, those requests for us all to get along, all to see each other as equal. And any requests for those that are in pain or suffering, for our beautiful animals, for our plants, our trees, our waterways here on earth, and for Mother Gaia herself. Let's send love outward to any of these requests and to our planet, and ask that God look on each one. And I feel our angels just surrounding us and just letting us know that those requests were already taken as soon as they came out of the mouth or in the written word. They were already taken to God. Have that faith and that trust that God is there and that we don't have to carry those burdens. They're being seen, they're being heard and acknowledged. And let's give gratitude for that. Let's say thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. And give gratitude and thanks to yourself for being the compassionate person that brought those prayers forward. And anyone you're holding in your heart, give gratitude for them and acknowledge that they are being lifted up by God. And thank you. Oh, that's a lot of love. So as our spirits are lifted and knowing and receiving this energy that came in today, let's bond together now in our family. We are family and we share love. That's our religion. That's our purpose for coming together, is to lift each other up in love. And that's what we do every day. Every morning we start out with a whole bunch of love here on this experience together. So we're going to start with our heart telephone that our beautiful Deirdre has termed it. And we're going to start with one person. Just envision one person. You've seen the names. You've heard us speak the names. Hold one person in your mind right now and just say to that person, I love you.
Love you.
I love you. And then as that person shares with another, we're all grouped together here. See the circle. See us all, this huge circle with the angels surrounding us. They have their wings around us, pulling us all in tight in our circle. And we're going to give some gratitude. On the count of 3, we're going to say thank you. And that's going out to everyone here. And then we're going to say, I love you. So Sally, do you want to do our countdown to the thank you, I love you?
All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you.
I love you. I love you.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I love this family. I love this family so much. You all really make
The
my
light that
day.
everybody brings together.
Yes, yes. It feels so warm inside. It just really,
It does.
my heart just explodes with love when I feel all that warmth coming back to me.
Me too.
And that warm glow, that thread, that golden thread that we share with each
Absolutely.
other.
Yep.
See that going out in the world.
Buddy.
Big hugs to everybody. Yeah, I know. I love the comments after the meditation.
Aw, you're welcome, Jean L'Oreal. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm wishing everybody a great day today. I hope you all find the little miracles that are in every one of our lives.
Yeah.
Give gratitude for those.
Absolutely. And Sally, I am so honored that you came on this morning and let us see some more of you and listen and talk with you. It was beautiful. And I want you back. I want you on here again.
Absolutely.
So we can set that on the schedule. And maybe we can have a Sally Day.
That would be great.
Yeah, I would love that. So you all are awesome. And I have opened it up to the group. Anybody that wants to come on and do what Sally just did and Diana has done and Deirdre, we want to know you. We see your names, we see your comments, but let us get to know you better. That's what we just did with Sally, and we'll do again with Sally. And anyone that wants to come on, just let me know, and we'll put you on the schedule. I can't remember who's on tomorrow, but let me just look. Okay, tomorrow I believe is going to be Prachetta. I have to get in touch with her today to make sure she's going to be able to do that where she's at, as they did just travel, and make sure she has the internet and everything to be able to come on with us. But yeah, but we'll have a show no matter what. This is a 365-day thing.
Yes, that's the amazing part of it. We get to start our days out this way.
Yeah. So thank you all for being here. I love you. And Deirdre has already typed in her ending for the show. Do you want to read that today?
Absolutely. Namaste, y'all.
Namaste. Love you so much. Bye, everybody.